Crap! I gotta make a YouTube video. Wait, I can't make a video like this. Ugh, no, too gangster. Ah, perfect. What's up, everybody? Joe here, and today I want to talk a little bit about what Google Inc. owns, what they have. Now, first, a little bit of background on Google. They started out as a search engine. That was the first thing they had, and here we are today. So, Google owns three really big companies at the moment. Three of those are Motorola, YouTube, and Android. Now, some of these aren't looked at as companies, but when they started off, they were all their own independent companies. Android Inc. was purchased by Google, YouTube Inc. was purchased by Google, and that's why all these Google services, like Google Plus, are integrated into YouTube today, and that's why it is growing like a yeast infection here on YouTube, and they're forcing us into it with this new comments section, which I'm not a fan of, but whatever, there's not a ton we can do about it, so there's no use in complaining. One of the biggest things Google has right now that they're working on a product is Google Glass, and now I've made two videos on it. The second one is a lot better than the first one, so I'll just link the second one. It's Google Glass Explained right there. There, it's up there. So, they also own the Nexus lineup. These are their devices that are Nexus devices. Right now, the three are Nexus 5, Nexus 7, and Nexus 10. Now, they also own a series of Google Play Edition devices, like the Samsung Galaxy S4, Google Play Edition, the HTC One, Google Play Edition. So that's where they work with these companies to make phones and tablets that run stock Android. There's absolutely no TouchWiz, there's no HTC Sense, anything at all laid over it. If it's Google Play Edition or it's Nexus, it's running pure stock Android, which is awesome. One big thing they have going that's multi-platform right now is Google Now. Google Now is a service that uses a Cards UI to deliver you important information at the right time. For example, weather, sports scores, all this convenient stuff that the user determines with the Google Now app what they want to know. And Google Now, of course, has voice, so if you want to ask it something, you can just hit the microphone button and you can just ask the question and it'll speak it back to you. If it's something it can, if it's not, it'll just bring up Google search results. It's really cool. And there are some devices where you can just say, okay, Google Now, and it'll just engage. For example, the Moto X does this. Another cross-platform device they have is the Chromecast, and this is one of the cheaper technologies that are highly talked about at this point. It's only $35, and you basically stream content from your iPhone, iPad, Mac, PC, Chromebook, Windows Phone, Android. Actually, I'm not sure about Windows Phone, but Android devices, anything, pretty much. You can stream video and music. You can stream from Pandora and Netflix and Google Play Movies and Google Play Music right to the Chromecast, which plays on your TV in full HD. It is really cool. Definitely worth more than $35. I'd be willing to pay more for that if I were to purchase one for what it does, but Google, luckily, fairly prices things. I bet you if Apple came out with something, it would be like $100 or something. So, the less talked about, but certainly the most impressive product Google's working on right now is their self-driving car. This they're working with Nissan on. They've been for quite a bit, and now they're out testing it. What it is it's basically a car that drives itself, very self-explanatory. So you just tell it where you want to go, and it has cameras all around. It can see 360 degrees around your car, so it can detect any other cars, any obstacles, and it can see far out too. And it has night vision, I think. Not even gonna put that part in. It can see far out, so it can see obstacles. So basically, if you have one of these, you can just get ready to go to work and just sit back and relax. Okay, I can't stand why I do that. Now, one of the least talked about parts of Google is Google X. Google doesn't want us to know about this. Google X is essentially the more secret part of Google. It's where projects like Glass and the self-driving car, it's where these innovative, brand new products are basically developed and created. And then when they are developed enough, they'll be announced and taken out of Google X and just made by the regular Google company. But Google X is very secretive for a very good reason. The reason is, if investors don't want to hear that their money is going to be put into this part of the company that might work, it might not work, it could be a totally huge success or a failure that dumps millions of dollars just out of the company, causes loss of so much money, so much revenue. Investors don't want to hear that. They want to hear that their money is being put into a surefire thing. So that's why Google keeps these brand new projects a secret. Also probably so certain companies that have a history of doing so don't steal things. I'm looking at you, Apple. So Google has had a series of social networks. Now, many people hear Google social network, they think Google Plus. Google Plus is their successful social network. It exists, first of all, but they tried 2 other times to make a social network. Google Wave and Google Buzz. Google Wave and Google Buzz were failed social networks. Google Wave was announced in 2009, killed not even a year later in 2010, and Google Buzz was launched in 2010, shortly after Google Wave got killed, and they killed it just over a year later in December 15th of 2011. They no longer exist. They don't even own the names of Google Buzz and Google Wave anymore. So they're just gone. Their history, not many people know about them anymore because they were so unsuccessful. Not that Google Plus is that successful, considering they have to force you to join, basically. But it does compete with Facebook. It is not really taking people from Facebook. People don't want to. So guys, that's basically it. That's the entire video. Man, this was a hard one.
Hang on, I want to add something to it.
Why do you fart? You know it's still recording. I'm just
Yeah, I
gonna
know.
leave it in.
I don't care.
I'll put it at the end.